Hello everyone, thanks for dropping by. George there, as you know, is the creator of the Star Wars franchise, story, everything. And it comes from his imagination. Now, as you know, Star Wars is in serious trouble. The Disney trilogies are not going to make any money besides what they made in the movie theatres. The Disney Plus Star Wars are producing flop after flop, namely Obi-Wan and the Book of Boba Fett, even though you're going to get a Series 2 of Obi-Wan, in other words, more of the same. And the Trilogy movies are just goddamn awful, and none of them make sense. Now, there's been lots of talk of recons, I've heard. Disney is going to have to recon 7, 8 and 9 and maybe do the Thrawn trilogy to bring a finish to the entire Skywalker saga and leaving it on a high note, not the mess that we're left with. Now, this isn't a new thing, so looking around, I found this. We got this covered, but this was dated 10th of October 2020, or 2 years ago. Disney reportedly wants to fix Star Wars with a Luke Skywalker movie. So if you go down there, whoops, too far, Christopher. There we go. Now it says, Lucasfilm has already marked the rise of Skywalker as the last movie in the Skywalker series, saga. So, Rise of Skywalker is episode 9. It says, so no one would assume it's time to move on. It seems that the studio wants to retell the story and amend its errors, though we advise taking the following with a grain of salt. And it goes, YouTuber Overlord DVD, i.e. Doomcock, is now claiming that Disney intends to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy, sooner the better. And as soon as they do, they'll bring back George Lucas to revise the sequel trilogy, starting with a movie that features Luke Skywalker 10 years after Return of the Jedi. Now, Mike Zero has been doing a lot of Star Wars related news of late, i.e. 2 days ago, 1 day, 18, 17, 12. Now, see, Skywalker Saga returned to theatre, and this is how it's happening, Star Wars Explained. We'll leave you speechless in major Star Wars leak. Impossible. Look at the character there, that's Admiral Thrawn, Timothy Zahn's book. Are they going to remake the trilogy? And then Jeremy's poster girl, Ahsoka. And then he just cancelled Kathleen Kennedy plan, Disney's CEO, saved fans, Star Wars Explained. Now that's all very good, but I'll take, as Doomcock says, take all these videos with a pinch of salt. The reason is, I came across this on Disney Shorts. Now listen.
What if someone else beside you came to you and said, I want to make episode 7? Could you see that happening?
No.
No, absolutely, positively, you're really closing the door without any wiggle room whatsoever.
Right. There is no episode 7.
Even for someone else to come up with.
Well, there's a possibility there may be another offshoot movie somewhere about an offshoot character in that world.
But not episode 7.
But not about Luke Skywalker, not about that group of people and that struggle to bring democracy back to the galaxy.
Now, I've also seen news articles, websites, saying that Return of the Jedi with Rey and Luke on that island is what George planned. So it's your guess as good as mine what's going on. Are we going to get Admiral Thrawn and the Timothy Zahn's novel? Are we going to get the Skywalker saga returning to theatres? Even though George, as you just said, said it's not going to happen. She just got replaced by George Lucas, Kathleen Kennedy, and Star Wars Project. Star Wars Explained. Disney CEO just cancelled Star Wars Trilogy. So, as Big Bob just cancelled the Star Wars Trilogy, the Disney Trilogy, and we're going to get a retcon, as in here. Oh, it's all very up in the air and very murky. Carmen Pasha, I think his name is, he said it takes several years for a movie to be developed. This new movie is supposed to be filming in April. I just don't believe it. But I just thought I'd toss this out to give you something to think about. But if we are going to get a retcon 7, 8 and 9, very well. I'm all for it. I'll definitely go and see the first one, but we just don't know as yet, and it's, as they say, this story is developing, so I think we're on the 10-minute mark now, we're getting close, so I'll leave it at that. You know the routine, people. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe, it's completely up to you. But I don't think even George knows what to do with Star Wars, as he's got his own plans, but Disney's going to have to do something. Before I go, they say it can't be retconned, but a parallel comparison is Batman. Now, Batman started in 1939. I'm 66, and Batman to me was the 1960s TV series. It was very camp, very quiche, but it did spawn 2 movies. And then Batman went into somewhat of on the back burner. But if you look at the DC Comics, Batman has always been darker or more grimmer, and which is what we got with the Dark Knight, and Batman returned to its roots. So maybe Star Wars can do the same thing with a more grimmer, darker retcon 7, 8 and 9, moving away from this storyline which George wanted with that we got with The Last Jedi. Anyway, that's it for this one. You know the routine, people. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. It's completely up to you. So until Monday, that's it. Bye-bye.